Welcome to Sidestreets and Intersections here at IntellectualRadio.com. I am your host, Angela Champ, and I am expecting a guest. He is on his way, so during the meantime, I thought I would have a little fun. This is the holiday season, and everybody's loving on each other. Everybody's out shopping. Everybody's out doing what they do. But what happens when he breaks up with you right before the holidays? Pose a question to my listeners and viewers out there. Is there such thing as having etiquette during a breakup? So, for example, is there a way to tell a person that you don't want them anymore? Do you wait until after the holidays or do you do it right during the holidays? And so, let me just say this. In my research, I'm not advocating that I am a relationship expert by any means, but I thought I would have, a little fun with this subject matter. And supposedly, according to research, breakups are harder on men. But that's what the stats say. That breakups are really harder on men. So we've all been down that road. We've been down that road where we were dumped or that we were doing the dumping. And when you reflect back on your life, you realize that, well, perhaps maybe I could have did it a little gentler. But nevertheless, it was what it was. And so there you found yourself, or the individual found themselves alone during the holidays. So is there such thing as proper etiquette when dumping somebody? I'm looking at my producer right now. He's looking the other way. So I assume that he doesn't have etiquette when it comes to dumping somebody. Oh, he says that he doesn't know what dumping somebody is. Nino, is there a way to break up with somebody during the holidays or you just break up with them? I am very serious. So I have my other brother from the other show, Jaw Jackin, Rob, TC. He's on live with me as well. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's on live and I'm asking the question. I'm posing the question to men, more men than women. My professor's watching. Hi, Mr. Moore, Amzie Moore. I'm listening. Is it harder on men to break up? Because it seems to be very flawless when you guys do it. This is the holiday season. How many women have you heard during the holiday season? So my professor, he logs on and he said, it depends. It depends on what? It depends on how much snow or rain is falling. Are you serious? What? So if it's time to break up, it's a wrap. What is so there is no proper way. There's no proper way to break up with someone? That's interesting. What if you're the person that's doing wrong? Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. Don't look up to the sky. What if you're the person that is doing wrong? What if you've lied? You've made all these. So it was never a relationship then. It was all a facade. Okay. So Bob. So Bob, I'm gonna need you to call in because I don't think the viewers can really hear you. So I'm gonna need you to call in. You know the number 708-223-8950 so we can get this conversation cracking. Call on in. I'm waiting on your call. Okay, come on. So everyone, I'm looking at some of the comments, and I would say the majority says that it depends on the circumstances. Can my viewers and or listeners, Can you expound on it depends? They say that breakups are harder on men, and I'm trying to understand why, because they seem to be such experts at doing it. Now, I've broken up with people as well, and in retrospect, it isn't a very good feeling whether you break up with someone or whether someone break up with you. Okay, I guess that's my telephone guest, and so we're gonna pick this up. Good afternoon. Welcome to Sidestreets and Intersections here at IntellectualRadio.com.
How you doing? It's Nino. How you doing?
Hey, Nino, how you doing? So let's get this cracking. Season, everybody's tis the season, ho ho ho, jolly jolly, all of the other good stuff. Survive the holidays when they've been dumped.
Wow, I don't know. That's a tough question. I never felt that feeling before.
Oh, because you always doing the dumping?
I dumped you. I usually, unfortunately, get tired quicker of be, more honest.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of times the women want to leave men, but don't really, they want to stick it out and hope it change. And then they end up getting cheated on or whatever.
Oh, so
it's time to go. It's time to go. There's no giving you no chance or hope you get better. I'm not giving you all that. Once you messed up, peace.
But what happens if the person that you're breaking up with has not messed up? They've run their course because you've gotten all that you believe that you can get from them. So you.
Well, that's not a relationship there, exactly. That's not a relationship. If it just, she did nothing wrong and it just ran its course, that means she wasn't nothing in the first place.
Ah, wow. So ladies, y'all heard it from Nino. Heard it from a male's perspective. He said that if a man breaks up with you and you've done nothing wrong, it's because he was never with you in the first place.
Right. That's just how I see that, because if you're in a relationship with somebody and you really care about that woman, you're not going to just walk away from it. You come on, I can't take this no more. It's because old girl got a better situation, so you just gonna leave her. But nobody in a relationship, you're in a relationship and she did nothing wrong.
So what you're saying?
Dump her?
So what you're saying is, because individuals believe that there's something that the grass is green on the other side, that they're going to pursue that. I mean, I understand that men, you guys seek out and you're all looking about trying to, conquer territory. But
conquer territory.
Y'all conquer territory. Don't play with me.
That's that old school what's that coming to America talk, sow your royal oats. Man, get out of here. It ain't about none of that.
So it isn't about sowing one's royal oats. It really is about what is it about from a male's perspective? I mean, because even, like I said, I'm not professing to be any type of relationship expert, but I wanted to have fun during the holidays, and I want to get an understanding. I think that we don't have enough of these real conversations, that we kind of skate around the reality of why someone is with someone. And, they say that the road hell is paved with good intentions, but it doesn't necessarily mean that a person, you may set out with good intentions, but it doesn't necessarily mean the person that you're with are honorable.
Situation. If you're in a relationship and there's nothing going wrong, and the man decides to jump bad, I don't think the women be realistic and realize what they brought to that man.
Okay, break it on down.
Because I will speak on my experience. I can't speak for every man or everyone.
Okay.
Well, what I have learned in relationships, the best woman for you, and I did everything for you, and I'm a good woman. And that man, I think about her that she don't do right. I think a lot of women think, how can you say you're a good woman to somebody when you never dated yourself?
Ooh. Oh. Wait a minute. Let me repeat that.
Never dated you. You don't know what you really bring because you don't see it. You gotta
Nino.
That. And if you don't take it in right, then it's gonna be a problem.
Nino, let me repeat what
say I was the best this, I did this, I did that. but out of you. So a lot of women watch TV shows and decide they pattern themselves on what they how to treat somebody instead of finding out the person they with what they really like. So I think a lot of cases.
Well, let me interject this. Now, you said something that was very profound, and I want to play that back. And you said that oftentimes women in relationships hear and adapt to what they perceive that the man wants, but they themselves have not learned what they like or don't like in the relationship. And then you went on to say that sometimes or men, or they're not with you, and that because a lot of women have tried to pattern their behaviors off of what they see or what their girlfriends have told them they need to do, and this is why they found themselves on the outskirts. So let me ask you this, because I don't necessarily, I may have that I am not friends with, but anyone that I've had a relationship with, particularly if it were on an intimate level, I still try to maintain some level of friendship, because I am a firm believer that you never know who you're going to need progresses. So I don't necessarily believe in, once you get over the shock and the anger and whatever else it may be, and you start to look at, no, listen, hear me out now, because now I'm speaking from a woman's perspective, right? And I'm not saying that I'm speaking for all women, but what I'm saying is that so often as women, we don't take enough time to get to know who we are as individuals. And so we're placing all these expectations on other people, and when they let us down, allow ourselves to be let down through our own actions. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that makes sense. But it's like, in my opinion, everybody make love and relationships and things too complicated. You're supposed to learn your mate, period. You learn the person you with. A lot of nowadays fall in love before they even know who the person they're in love with.
Okay.
If they look nice to them and they enjoy the sex with them, they make them their man. You make them your woman. They don't even know nothing about this person.
Okay.
So maybe people take the time to actually get to know somebody before they claim them. Then maybe it'll work out better.
Well, let me ask you this. So what happens when a man, because from experience, right? So a lot of times, just like women lie, so I'm not going to discriminate, men tell a lot of lies. They will lie until what they get with, they don't want to be bothered. Or they use that infamous line, oh, I need my space. So let's keep it real, Nino. Now, you and I, we're friends. We ain't just doing this because we're on the air. And I know that I'm talking Ebonics. Yes, I am. Because, when we talk like this. And so, I feel like this. If you're honest enough to say, hey, this is what I want, you might get more than if you lie. Because then what happens is you destroy that relationship. And at the end of the day, all we have is those relationships that either we are building or breaking down. And if people are honest in the door, if you are in your, let's say, your late 30s, 40s, and 50s, you done been down that road. You don't have to present yourself as something else and then do something else. Just be who you are. So I always wonder, when I worked in law enforcement for 18 years, I never understood how these guys, they would have women, 10 and 15 women coming up fighting in the lobby. And they were all lying to all of them. And, oh, you find that funny?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I bet you do. And so, if you honest, and then this what killed me with you guys, is that you'll say, well, I've been trying to tell you. No, either you tell me or you don't. You real quiet now. I can hear a pen drop.
No, I agree with you saying about the honesty. I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you for being so.
I agree with you saying the honesty, but see, I can tell right now you don't understand the flaw you present to a man from the jump street.
Oh, You just put me on blast. Okay, so what flaw do I present to a man?
You said earlier, I'm just going on what you said.
Uh-huh.
Earlier, you just said, not all my friends exes, but the ones that I did used to talk to, I try to maintain a good relationship.
Why are you trying to just talk?
No, man, that's a ding dong chance to any man. They be honest. If you and somebody you was with intimately in a relationship and it went bad, me after that supposed to understand you want to make sure your relationship is still nice. And who be trusted in the door?
Well, no, what I'm saying is, so let me break this down.
Yeah, break it down, because you will not be trusted.
What I'm saying to you is, why is it okay for you all to still maintain your relationships with previous girlfriends? Hold fast. Let me finish.
That'd be the women's fault for allowing that.
Okay.
Because I feel when it's an intimate connection with somebody, I'm not saying you're supposed to be enemies. I ain't saying you're supposed to wish nothing bad on the people. But once it's over intimately, it's a space that got to come between that.
Absolutely.
If you still let your man be friends or kick it, or you cool with him hanging with his exes and respectfully and nice and talk with his exes, then good luck. Good luck.
Well, okay, so we are in agreement on that. I'm not saying that they should be hanging out, going to the mall or anything like that. In an instance where they have children, then that's understandable. But what I'm talking about is how men will lie when they don't have to lie to a woman directly. And I want to just say hi to Miss Stanford, or former co-workers, but they're also women. And I'm not saying that we collectively have conducted ourselves 100% appropriately in relationships. But what I am saying is, well, I can speak for me. I don't want to speak for any other woman, but I want to speak for myself to you that, for example, you guys have the tendency to allow ourselves to unveil ourselves, find everything else about us intimately, and then you use that against us.
Might be true, some extent there.
But why?
I mean,
what?
Think about this for a second. Let's be real. We call relationships.
Okay.
My relationship, I already have another one. It's based on what I like. And people need to be a little more selfish and quit worrying let everybody have influence on what a relationship be.
Okay.
Now, second of all, based on what you're saying, a liar, male or female, is a liar.
That's
and
true.
They all do it because that's what they do. Whose fault is it? Because 9 times out of 10, the person that lied before all lie. It might have been something not serious, but they lied before.
Okay.
So if you pretend like he's not a liar, or if I pretend like she's not a liar, step up to deal with whatever come with that.
So let me interject this. I get the part about lying and all that. But once again, let's talk about this aspect. It's a little sidebar, but it still pertains to the subject matter. That once you entertain sex into the mix, usually it makes the woman feel very attached. But the man can indulge in the activity and really have no feelings. Or am I
not correct? I mean, it's true. But if a man getting cut don't have no feelings, then real intellectual radio, shout out to Earl Wine and everybody. But if a man get into you intimately and don't get no emotions or don't feel a certain thing from you, either A, you don't know what you're doing, or B, you woe out. You ain't no good.
You know what, Nino? Hey, I'm just really gonna.
I didn't curse. I didn't say no bad words.
I'm gonna need you to behave, but you heard it. You heard it.
I'm telling the truth. You have feelings for a woman.
Or a man. Or a man.
I'm speaking from a man point of view. Okay. You have feelings for a woman. Intimacy. So the feelings only gonna grow. Unless when you get into it, it's not what it is. It's not gonna go no further. And then you're gonna wonder what you got.
Well, you know what? I would have to agree because, yeah, you're absolutely correct. I think we all have been down that road where somebody thought that they was really throwing down, and you just said,
Thank you
well, let me
for keeping
know.
it real.
Let me know when you wake up. Let me know how that work. Let me know how that work out for you. Hey, Brandley, how you doing? And I just want to say, let me just interject, just as a reminder, if you're looking for an opportunity to host your own show here at IntellectualRadio.com, please do not hesitate to call 708-223-8953. And I just want to say that I'm ending this year on a wonderful note. So even though I have endured some hard times, a lot of different changes, I just want to say that note on a published poet. I'll be ending this note as a substitute teacher. I'll be ending this note as, of course, a radio host. I'll be ending this note on having completed my doctoral qualifying examination. So this life has ended on a very, very positive. So I understand that oftentimes there's a sacrifice for the things that we want. Sometimes we may want, can a woman, thank you so much, Carolyn. Can a woman and can a man have it all in a relationship? Because let me break this down to you. He ran the country. He had a wife and kids. There was no reason for another man not to tell me he don't have time.
That's true.
All right, so
I
say the
feel your
shenanigans.
kids and your family. That is very true. But we talked about aspects of relationships before. It took a lot of things that went down. Name the man when they see a good relationship, but nobody must talk about what Michelle must be like.
Oh, I can imagine she's probably something else.
You can't get an Obama if you're not a Michelle.
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
A lot of women talk about these other relationships and they want to be with, and they talk about how dude do this, how that man do this for his woman, but nobody want to talk about evidently that woman must be making him feel a certain way that he do all that.
I mean, as the saying goes, what one man won't do for one, he'll do for another. We've all experienced that. And,
exactly.
I like to look at, once you get over the hurt and once you get over the shock of this relationship ending or the relationship being ended, you realize that at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own happiness. So when a man or a woman says in a relationship, I'm not happy, nothing to do with you as the person who's in that relationship. Now, you can do some things to add or take away, but ultimately, it's about that individual. I think that so often men, you guys, you guys have feelings just like, well, not just like women, but you still have your set of feelings. And I think so often that sometimes you do compromise to make the woman happy when you're not really happy. But why not? My question once again is, why not be honest?
I don't understand that because I'm not happy. I love me. I'm going to be honest. I'm moving around. I don't want that baggage.
Okay.
But a lot of scenarios, it goes off the relationship. How the relationship works. You don't know how these people get, what's going on.
So let me ask you this. When you break up, because when you break up, you've gotten perhaps to know the family, you've gotten to know, the extended family. Do you cut it off from everybody?
Everybody. Mama, dad, everybody's a wrap. I don't even want to be around none of them.
So why do you cut it off with everybody?
Because first of all, I know a lot of people have play sisters and play brothers and play cousins. Some people ain't no kin to me. We only got cool because I was messing with their daughter, their sister, their auntie, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the midst of us being in a relationship, and they're nice people, don't get me wrong, they will still be nice people. If I see them in the street, I will speak. There's no more connection because I'm not with their people no more.
Okay.
I'm not part of this family no more.
Okay.
That's because I feel they want to keep close to the person they lost. They self-intertwined her family and their business because they still ain't over the person yet. And then if you really done with somebody and they left or they did something wrong to you that causes you to leave them, because we talking a real relationship.
Absolutely.
So if I leave my girl, she must hurt me. It must have happened.
Absolutely.
Her family, all of them is out my mindset. It's all done. There's no package deal. Oh, I like your door, but now you my mama for life. No.
Well, let me
You her mama.
just read one of the comments. Childhood friend, Pamela Greek, she says that she doesn't think if it was a marriage and you became close to the family, she doesn't think that you should necessarily cut everybody off. Have children, how do you cut that off? Because now you have extended family involved. Hello?
Oh, yeah, I'm here. I know you're talking about. I thought you were reading comments. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was talking. I was reading the comment, and her thing is, if married, how can you then cut the family off? Because there's an extension now, particularly if there are children involved.
I was just saying a common relationship.
Oh, just a comment.
Of course, you have to be.
So, Pamela, we're going to clear it up. Nino, he said that he was referencing a common relationship and not particularly a marital relationship where children and everybody were involved. And so
now, of course, in a marriage relationship, that's if you have kids with this woman, regardless, her mama is really your kid's grandmama. So that's still considered your family. You know, there's not no blood involved, but connections with people, and you got family involved. Now you're a part of that family, whether you like it or not. So of course I want to cut that, my kids' grandmama off, grandfather off, kids' uncles and aunties off. No, because that's part of my kids' family. It's different. I thought we were talking about like a relationship where it wasn't all that involved.
Okay, and
now,
so
family involved. You can't be ignorant.
Well, I don't believe in being bitter. And let me refrain from using that word. However, let me just say this. I don't necessarily believe in being bitter. People may have been bitter towards me, but I don't necessarily believe in being bitter because I think that it requires too much energy. Once you get over like I said, the shock, and you get over the apprehension that this thing has run its course or it was dissolved or with honest intentions, but nevertheless, we find ourselves at an impasse where we need to go our separate ways. I still believe that you still have to maintain a certain level of decorum. Sergeant Anderson, you still have to maintain a certain level of decorum, only because you never know who you're going to need in this life. And as life would have it, people that we've mistreated going up, we see them coming back down, or we see someone who reflects them. So we have to be careful how we treat people. And to me, particularly because and our circles get smaller as we get older, we have to be careful how we treat people. A lot of people, they want what they see right now. We live in a microwave society of instant gratification, and people want now, but they don't think about maintaining their relationship over the long term. Because what happens when you get old, decrepit, and you're sick? You start to play back all the people that perhaps you may have mistreated, not unless you're just so cold and callous and you're some type of sociopath, but you start to play back all those individuals that you've mistreated. Sometimes that individual that you've mistreated is the one that you have to reach out to. So all I'm saying is that in a relationship, whether it's a marital relationship or a common relationship, we still have to be very careful in how we treat people. Today, of your actions. And if your actions speak garbage, then what does that say about you?
That means somebody did some garbage to me.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
That means somebody did some garbage to me then. Okay. So I believe in reciprocity. I believe you give what you get. And that's how I believe. That's your interaction. So you should be respectful to people, laugh and enjoy, compliment people, be cool, because that's how you want that aura around you.
Absolutely.
But if I'm not meaning no harm to you and you do some harm to me, I'm not going to be cordial with you.
Amen. Well, let's look at it from this perspective, Nino. That, if a person has mistreated you and have done some, very egregious, but what I am saying for your own self-preservation, that I can respect you, but I'm going to respect you from a distance. If I allowed you to get close to me and you hurt me, my mindset is you'll do it again. And so I won't allow that opportunity to present itself. And, one time, twice, deserve it. And so I think that to bounce back, you learn, and you learn what not to do. So let me just talk about, a conversation that was. Are you ready, Nino?
Yeah, can I just comment what you said real quick?
Sure, you can.
To me, that mindset to me, in my opinion, is second our conquerors had on us. That to me is more Christian mindset, where you're sitting around here loving your enemy or giving them chances. No, you're supposed to identify what it is and act accordingly. If I'm in a relationship with a woman and I'm faithful to everything I'm supposed to do, no, I'm not going to do nothing physically to her. No, I don't want her. I don't wish no death on her. But she don't exist. To be cordial with somebody that did me wrong.
Okay.
See, we train as a society to let that happen. And no, I don't look at it like that.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to thank you, Nino. We got to do this again. And I want to say that.
You're welcome.
And I want to say that the holiday season, and a lot of people are conveniently breaking up with people right before the holidays or during the holidays, so they don't have to buy gifts, or they just outright mean or whatever. Do not allow that breakup to determine your future relationships. And more than anything, what part that you contribute to the demise of that relationship. Repeat it again. And on that note, I want to thank you for calling in. We're going to pick this up later. I do have and I want to say once again, this is Angela Champ for Sidestreets and Intersections here on IntellectualRadio.com. If you find yourself days, you need to ask yourself why. Bye.
See you later.
Welcome to Sidestreets and Intersections here at IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, Angela Champ, and I want to thank each and every person that is tuned in for the first segment. Now we're going to do the second segment. Well, the first segment was about getting dumped during the holidays, and so now we're going to bring on my good friend of close to financial, I say guru, Mr. Barry White. No, he's not the singer. He sounds like him. And we're going to talk about this new thing, this Bitcoin, because it is trending. It is trending. However, several days ago into one of the Bitcoin cryptocurrencies. Can you expound on that? And did that impact the currency or the stocks?
It was wasn't a hack. They infiltrated the network, but no coins were lost or anything like that. So it was just like a hiccup, like anything else. And it also substantiated the security of Bitcoin and the blockchain.
So talk about, for those that are not, hey, Sergeant Edwards, and hey, Paris, Washington. I want to thank each and everybody that tunes in each and every week, because there are a lot of places and things that you could be doing, so that when you support me, I'm very appreciative of that. Understand we are an iHeartRadio station. We are also on Spreaker, YouTube, and Facebook Live, of course. And I want to say thank you for all the support. Thank you, Wanda, for tuning in. Executive associate producer. Hey, Keon, he's tuning in as well. So let's talk about this Bitcoin, because it really is about money, making money.
It's been keeping me busy. 2017 has been fantastic. Matter of fact, when we first came on the radio show, I'm going to estimate. I'm going to estimate that Bitcoin was going for. Let's go on the wild side and say it was going for about $1,500, $1,600. It's now, as of this show, at $15,000. So anybody who heard the show and decided to get some Bitcoin, it would make 10 times their money. Okay.
Oh, wow. So once again, if you are looking for a new way, the future of currency to invest your money, Bitcoin, Bitkey, these are new ways to invest your money, because as we all know that they're doing away with common currency. Just be mindful that if you have gold, keep your gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gold is very, very valuable. So make sure you keep that. But let's talk about this cryptocurrency again.
And let me put a little disclaimer out there. You never put all your eggs in one basket. So like you say, you're diverse, gold and some other things, silver, but and the other thing is risk tolerance. If you don't have the stomach for it, or you truly don't have the funds, to get in the game, do not get in the game. Okay, because just like 2017, the majority of us did win, but in anything you can lose also. So there's the upside and the downside to anything.
So let's break this down. You have a lot of women out there that are buying all these purses.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do anything. They're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm. You said I did, but you're right.
Shoes, all these other things, these inanimate objects that offer really no real value,
mm-hmm.
and offer very little.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with respect to financial literacy and securing one's future, necessarily familiar with the new wave of currency. So can you just kind of break it down as to what it is?
Well, it's called cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin is the granddaddy of them all. And that's what started the wave out back in 2009. It seems like an eternity ago. It started out at 2 cents. And like I told you, as we speak, it's around 15,000, 16,000. And so somebody who stayed with them has made a lot of money over the years. But even this year, like I said, in 2017, a lot of money has been made. But the technology is based on the blockchain. Just imagine a series of hundreds of thousands of computers, but all have the same ledger or same information on them. So if you hack into one, like you were talking about earlier, the other one's alienate and say, wait, something's not right because it doesn't match up. That's what makes it so secure. And it's not only for currency. Look out. You're going to have medical records stored on the blockchain. Cook County is looking into putting their deeds on the blockchain. So it's real. And also cryptocurrency, which started out in 2017, we had a lot of skeptics. A lot more people are coming on board because now Bitcoin is trading as a future. It went on the Chicago Board of Exchange.
I saw that.
Okay. But somebody's going to try to correct me out there and say, well, it's not trading right now. The market, the SEC had to suspend trading as of now.
Now let's talk about what the SAC is, and that's Security.
SEC, mm-hmm. Security Exchange Commission.
Right. And I just want to say, once again, we've been friends for many, many years. And I'm always, so proud to hear this story. Mm. But just tell the people about who you are and how you went from working for a corporation, and then the following year you made 4 or 5 times what you were making.
Well, I was in the corporate world, as you know. I started off in retail, Montgomery Wards. I know you call it Monkey Wards. And then when computers came to retail, I saw the future. And that took me for a ride out of this world, because it changed my whole life. And I learned something. If you're in front of technology, you make money. Technology, you're a consumer, and money is made off of you. And so that led to what got my interest originally in cryptocurrency also. And so,
But tell the people about how, because this is
okay.
My listeners and viewers, this is such a phenomenal story, and I came in on some of it,
mm-hmm.
and he's been a great mentor to me. I mean, that has always been there if I needed something, and is always calling me and say, hey, Angela, you need to become a part of this. So,
I wish I could say that I was smart enough to cut my own umbilical cord from the corporate world, but as I tell people, I didn't quit my job. My job quit me. And so as for those who don't get it, I got fired. Okay, and I'm a workaholic. I was, but in the corporate world, that doesn't make a difference. They can fire anybody at any time for any reason, and I didn't realize at the time that's the best thing that could have been done because I was doing okay. I was making 80 plus a year. That's 80,000 a year plus, and thought I was doing okay. Then had a couple of businesses on the side, but then I was forced to just rather than go try to find another job, just go full time into business for myself. The first year in business for myself, I did $500,000. Why did I stay in the corporate world so long? So, you know, if they hadn't did me the favor of letting me go, who knows where I would be now? Probably still behind that desk.
and you know what? I had the same epiphany, if you will,
Mm,
regardless of how I was working a job 18 years, and I recall going to work and looking around and saying, I don't want to spend the rest of my life wondering what the rest of my life would be.
mhm.
Because at the end of the day, you are considered an at will employee. And if they decide they want to pull the plug on you, they can do that.
Mhm.
And so I realized that I needed to say, there were things that I needed to do, and I couldn't do it working the conventional type of job. And so you and I both know, we can both attest that it comes with failures, it comes
Yes.
with great financial loss,
Hmm.
and but you learn.
Yep. You learn, and you're in control of your destiny. Come with me. You have control. Nobody. You're not being controlled.
Absolutely.
And let me say this: you transition yourself. I didn't have the luxury of transitioning myself. Because like I said, the cord was cut for me. But I'm not telling anybody or condoning anybody to just go out and quit without a plan, without a strategy.
Those that are in business for themselves, what is your advice to them? Because I think that, once again, we are all interconnected for a reason. So when we meet each other, we're not necessarily meeting each other because, you might think that, we might think that, or we might involve ourselves in a relationship, but the relationship is such that you were supposed to deposit a particular seed, and I was supposed to get that from
Hmm.
you to move on. And
Yes.
so for those individuals that are in business, what is your advice? And I think you said it earlier, that you have to go with it full time.
Yes. And be serious about it. Okay. And put a strategy together. What is your plan? You hear people talk about a business plan. It's not only to get money. You got to have a plan for business. Otherwise, you plan to fail. And that's the main thing. And also, congratulations, because you got a nice little Christmas bonus if you're in business. Because I don't care who's in office, you take advantage of the laws in place and everything. And we in business with the new tax law that was signed, it's going to put a little bit more money in our pocket.
Well, it's going to put money for people that's making money like you in your pockets,
Yes.
but for the average person that's
Oh, no,
working.
no, 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 no.
So let's put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
This new bill, that, or a law that the president has signed, is going to have corporations and those that make 250 plus a year.
Mm-hmm.
But for average working people, we're,
Smoke and mirrors.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So up front, a little bit up front, but on the back end, you're going to pay more. Mhm.
Well, we know that's always a common theme.
Yeah.
And also, let me just say that I think that I am really, really ecstatic at the fact that you do what you do, and I'm always excited at the fact that you are always considering me when it comes. And I think that we are in a very, very good place, meaning that, once again, I mean, regardless of the things that we both have endured, whether it's financial, on a personal level, whatever, the fact is that we are still here 15 years later.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what I say when I talk about these relationships. And so we have a former coworker who said he saw you on yesterday,
Yes.
and
I get around.
yeah,
Yeah,
that you're
I
putting the
did
grind.
speak at the Entrepreneur Forum in Matteson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so you heard it. This is a very good friend of mine. We've been friends for over 15 years. And I want to say that as individuals like himself, along with professors such as Amzie Moore and some co-workers and even people that I may have dealt with on a personal level that have instilled in me, soar regardless of the things that you encounter and stop taking everything so personal.
Yes. Yes. And understand what's around you. Not only just cryptocurrency, it's all kind of things that can opportunities.
Okay.
But we get so bogged down, like you say, with life that we can't see the forest for the trees.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to look and say, what are my money making opportunities? People come here from other lands, other countries, and they say, why do they come here? They say, because America, the streets are paved with gold.
Mm,
They get here and they are not disappointed.
right.
Okay. But we are right here and we don't see the gold around us. We
Well,
see the bad, but not the good.
well, let me just say this. Amazing how each and every day when you can step outside of yourself, because one thing that I am learning is that we are, and when I speak we individually, we are our greatest impediments in
Yes.
terms of our success.
Mhm.
And that getting to this point, sometimes the road doesn't have to be so hard. I
No,
think
it does not.
we make it hard
Mhm.
out of fear. We make it hard by trusting sometimes other people that we shouldn't trust.
Mhm.
We make it hard by sometimes not following that gut, that
There
instinctive
you
thing.
go. Very good.
And so I'm just glad that you were able to make it, because he was driving from a long distance and he told me, he said, I'm going to do everything in my power to make it. I may be there late, but he did make it. And I want to say that just ending this year on a can come back for the last week, which is next week. I don't know what your schedule is going to be.
You know what? I'm gonna juggle some things around, and I'm definitely gonna try to make it. And also, January 27th, 9 a.m. I'm gonna have my first boot camp, cryptocurrency boot camp. The low price of admission, because I want to get the word out to as many people, $45. And that's going to be at Dusty's Buffet, 4012 West Lincoln Highway in Matteson, Illinois. And if you're not following me on Facebook, look me up, Barry White. I know I got a lot of competition, so look for that red sports car. And send me an IM for more information on it. And, you know, I want to educate people. This year, I deemed it as the year of collaboration. Next year, I'm deeming it as the year of information, because we go by that crazy saying, what you don't know can't hurt you. I disagree. Yes, yes,
I'm here
yes,
to tell
yes,
you.
yes, yes.
So on that note, this is Angela Champ for Sidestreets and Intersections here at IntellectualRadio.com. And just as a reminder on this last note, if you are looking for an opportunity to host your own show here at IntellectualRadio.com, please do not hesitate to call 708-223-8953. And we are coming upon the end of the year. If you are a business owner, you're looking to expand your business and you want to know about the future of currency, please, you can call myself 09406362, or you can call here in the studio 708-223-8953, and also they can reach out to you.
708-374-7755. Hit me on Facebook or just text Barry to 72727.
And we wish you the best. Happy holidays. And if you're hungry, it's because you are looking to be fed. Until we meet again.